Today I'm going to be going through a quick overview tutorial on how to use the TablePress plugin for WordPress. TablePress allows you to make tables and then insert them into your post on WordPress. You can make much nicer looking tables without having to worry about formatting them into your post, and the best thing about it is that each table is saved separately to TablePress. That way you can easily add the same table to multiple posts, and if you want to edit a table, you don't have to go find each post that has that table. You just edit the table that's saved to TablePress and it automatically updates everywhere that you have that table. If you have a login for the Fieldcrop news site, you should already have access to the TablePress plugin when you're logged in. It's located on your dashboard on the left-hand side of your screen. So there are a few ways that you can create tables. So the first way that I'll show you is how to make a table in TablePress from a table that you already have saved elsewhere, such as in Excel. So I have a table here that I want to put in TablePress. This is just, I completely made it up. So you would go to TablePress, and under here there's Import a Table. And from there you would just choose your table from your files. And then I can choose to either add this as a new table, or I can replace an existing table. So say I have one down here that I never use anymore, it's not up to date, I just want to replace it. So I can click on that from the list and import. And because I replaced this table, it already has a table name and a table description, but you can change those if you want. And then down here is my table content. So the other way that you can make a table is under TablePress again, you just click Add New Table. And here you have a blank slate. So you just choose whatever table name you want, and then you can add a description, number of rows, number of columns, and then add your table. And then here you would add your data manually. So I'll just add some random information here for an example. And then I can scroll up to the top where it says preview, and I can see what my table looks like. And there's my table. And I can also see down at the bottom it says preview and save changes. Then if I go to all tables, this is where all of them will be listed. So down at the bottom, it's my newest table. It should be saved. And there is my table. So now I'll show you how to add your table to a post. After this, I will get into editing your table. I just wanted to get the basics in here first. So once you've made your table and it's saved, it will show you this table ID or short code right here and up here. So all you have to do with this is copy and I just have a new post here and you just paste. And there's your table ID right directly into your post. And say, let's preview this. And your table is there. It's as easy as that. The second way you could do this is if you are looking at your list of tables here. You don't necessarily have to go right into your table. You could just click Show Shortcode. And then the code pops up already highlighted for you. So you would just copy, paste, And there it is again, exact same thing. Preview, your table will be there. The third way that you could do this is when you're already making your post, there's this little button here, insert a table from TablePress. So this just brings up your list of tables, and you find the table that you want, and you just click insert shortcode. You don't even have to copy and paste. So same thing, preview, and your table will be there. There are a bunch of ways that you can edit your table. So you can add more rows and columns by clicking here to add rows and clicking over here to add columns. You can also select entire rows and columns and you can hide them so they disappear from your table. You can show them again and you can delete them entirely. So I'm deleting these two columns over here by clicking selected columns, delete. You can also insert images into a cell. So say I want to insert an image into this cell here. I would click insert image and then click the cell I want. And my media library should pop up, but I can also upload files as well. So I'll just insert this photo, insert into table, and a bunch of code pops up in that cell. But if I preview, that image is now in my table. I can also insert links into my cells. So say field 1 here has a website associated with it, and I think it would be helpful to link to it. So I click insert link, then click the cell, then I would type in the URL of the website. So I want it to take me to Field Crop News. Then the link text is what I want the link to actually say. And then you want to make sure that you have this option clicked, open link in a new tab, and then add link. And again, there's a bunch of code here, but when I go to preview, the link is here, and if I click it, it opens a new tab to Field Crop News. I can also make my text bold, italic, and underlined by using the Advanced Editor option. So I'd click Advanced Editor, and then click into the cell that I want. So before I put in the text for that cell, I would click bold if I want to make it bold. Then I would put in the text, and then I click bold again. So you need the bold before your text, and you need it after in order for it to actually come up. And then I would click OK. And then if I preview, this is now bold. Say if I want that cell to also be in italics, I click Advanced Editor into that cell again, and I go right here. So you need to make sure that you do the one from before the text and after the text. And it shouldn't matter what order the bold and the italics code is in, as long as you have one before the text and one after. And then I click OK. And it should be bold and italics now. So you also have the option to merge cells. So let's say that I want to combine this cell here, %damage, with the cell next to it on the right. So I want to make sure that the cell on the left has the text that I want in it. And then in the cell to the right, I would go down here to combine cells. And because these two cells that I want are in the same row, I would click combine cells in a row right here. And then I would click into the cell that I want. So that inserts this code that combines this cell with the cell next to it to the left. So now in my table, these two cells will be combined. I can also merge two cells in the same column so that are on top of each other. So for example, I want to combine this cell here with the one below it. So I would go into the cell on the bottom and go down here to combine cells in a column. And then I would click into the cell underneath the text. So that puts in the code to combine these two cells. So you can also combine more than two cells if you want. So let's go back up to this example. If I wanted to combine 3 cells, so say these 3, I would just go and copy the piece of code and put it right into the next cell. Now these 3 cells will all be combined. So let's preview that. Now you can really tell that this one and the one below it are combined because they span 2 rows. This one is not so obvious right now just because of how my table is set up, but it is combined with the cell that's here and the cell that's here. But a way that I can make this more obvious, I can go back to that cell and I can input a little piece of code to center the text in the cell. So once I've done that and I preview it, you can see that because centering it puts it in the middle of the cell, so that shows you for sure that this cell takes up the span of all 3 of these columns here. So when you scroll down from your table and past these editing options here, you will come across table options. So table options are more about the display of your table once it's posted. So you have the option to choose whether or not the top row of your table is a header. And if it is, you can select this option. If the last row is a footer, you can select it as well. Alternating row colors, so that just means that every other row will be a little bit darker to get a bit more contrast. Highlighting a row while the mouse cursor hovers above it. You can also show the table name either above or below your table and the description above or below, or you can not have them there at all. Down here, sorting, enable sorting of the table by the visitor, so that allows people viewing your table to click these arrows here. They can change up the rows they're seeing. Enable the visitor to filter or search the table. So that puts a search box up here. And say if you have a very large table and someone wants to find something specific, they can search it up and it gets rid of all of the rows that don't have that specific keyword. Enable pagination of the table. So this allows people to see only a certain number of rows at a time. So say you have a larger table, so say it has 50 rows, but I don't want my table to be a mile long in my post, so I allow only 10 or 15 rows to be shown. And then if you do that, this option will be available, so the next and previous, to allow visitors to go to the next set of rows. Allow the visitor to change the number of rows shown when using pagination, so then it allows people to choose for themselves how many they actually want to see. Enable the table information display with info about the currently visible data. So that will put information like this, where it tells you that it's showing 10 entries. Enable horizontal scrolling. So if you have a table with a large number of columns, that will allow people to scroll side to side so that they can get a better view of your table. So one last thing I'll show you here. If you insert your table ID shortcode into your post, just like this, that's no problem. But sometimes if someone is trying to view your table from a cell phone or tablet or other mobile device, your table might not automatically adjust to fit their screen. So it might be cut off somehow, or they might not be getting the full view of your table. So there's a piece of code that I'll show you here. I'm just going to copy it and paste it. Oops. Directly into the post. So the number here, the table ID number, is just a random number right now. So you would just change that to whatever table number that you want. And this piece of code works to insert your table into your post while also making your table mobile friendly. So you can mark this piece of code down or save it, but then that's all you would need to put your table into your post. You don't need the short code alone anymore. You just use this. So I hope this introduction to TablePress has been helpful for you, and I hope that now you have all you need to start making your own tables in TablePress.